Hey Valencia, it's Matthew here with free prescription lenses tonight, and I am excited because I get to cut lenses for one of my favorite frames. This is the Gucci 3559. Of course, Gucci is produced by the Safilo Group. It is color L7B in the 53 eye size, which is a Havana and cream. Now I'm going to take everything out of the original packaging as Gucci sends it to me, and of course you're going to receive all the manufacturer's original packaging too. But it comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together while it's being shipped from Italy. And of course all Gucci's are made in Italy. But this is what it looks like. It actually comes in about 5 colors. I have 3 of them in stock. I have the black and I have the tortoise. It also comes, I think, a blue tortoise, and I don't know the 5th one. I wish I was prepared. Comes in black, tortoise, cream, blue, black, tortoise, cream. All right, I'm running for president. I can't remember things. But let's go ahead and start cutting lenses for it. I'm going to take out your original demo lenses, one of which says Gucci. I'm going to pop these out, and of course you're going to get all the manufacturer's original packaging. I'm going to place the frame into the tracing element of my edger. Let me find my stylus. There it is. I'm going to hit start. And everybody wants to know, how does the computer know what shape lens to cut? This is why. That little stylus is going to pop up, and it's going to go around and trace the shape of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Gucci frame and you'll receive 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they are prescription or not. Valencia, you need a tiny bit of prescription. This is your first pair of glasses, and this is like getting a Mercedes on your 16th birthday. But that's all right. Everyone needs a treat now and again. So that is the shape of your lens we are cutting, only magnified. I'm going to bring that green outline down to show you the actual size of the lens. I'm going to magnify it while I work on it. Now your pupillary distance for your right eye is 33.5. It's 33 for your left eye, but let's go ahead. The computer starts at 32.5, so I'm going to hit this plus sign twice because it goes up in half millimeter increments, and we're at 33.5. So let's come down here and we're going to prep your lenses. Your right eye reads plano minus a quarter at 145. I'm going to set the axis wheel on 45. Your lenses are plano minus a quarter. So I'm going to take your right lens out of the protective sleeve, put it into the trace. Actually, I got to put the power drum on minus a quarter. Plano, plano, plano minus a quarter. So I'm going to put your lens in and rotate it until the sphere power comes in clearly. Let me find it. There we go. Check your astigmatism correction. That looks good. Find your optical center. And I'm going to put 3 dots on your lenses, which are a little light, so I'm going to darken them. I got to hold them up to a white background so I can see them. There's one. There's that one and that one, and this is your right lens. Let's do the same thing now for the left lens. Plus 50, minus 50 at 46. Oh, you know what? I put that on, it's supposed to be 145. I've got it on 45. Let me turn it to 145. That was close. That was close. Let me clean these dots off your lenses and I will start again. So 145, let's put it back on plano. Rotate your lens until the sphere power comes in clearly. Find the center of the lens. Check your astigmatism correction. All that looks good. Now let's put the 3 dots on your lenses again. One of them turned out a little darker this time. That's the center. That is 1 and that is 2. And that is again your right lens. Let's do the same thing for your left. Plus 50, minus 50 at 46. Now we can get close to that 45 number. We're going to go 1 over to 46. Take your right lens out of the sleeve. Put the power drum on plus 50. Take your lens out. Rotate until the sphere power comes in clearly. Find the optical center of your lens. Check your astigmatism correction. That looks good. And now we're going to put 3 dots onto your lenses. 1, 2, and 3. Remind me to get some more ink. And I'm going to put an L on there, which stands for not right. If you missed any of that, let me recap. Oh, I know it's a bad joke, but you'll be telling it tomorrow. I promise you will. All right, let's take everything back down here, including the old flashlight. Come here, flashlight. You know, I've got a smaller one. I just can't find it right now. So, your right lens I'll place on the platform. Now, This is a block, as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lenses while they are cutting, so I need to apply a double-sided adhesive sticker to these blocks so they will stay. I've got a couple of those up here. The black side is the sticky side. I'm going to stick one onto the first block. I'm going to stick one onto the second block. And on the back side of there's a little silver button. That is a magnet. That's going to do its job twice tonight. The first time is in just a moment. I'm going to peel the paper away to make the black side sticky. I'm going to marry that magnet to something magnetical inside the arm. Now the reason why I put those 3 dots on there, it tells me how your lenses have to be oriented into the frame. It cannot be off kilter. So the blue cross, wow, this is actually really close. You're looking through the center of the frame. If you were to measure vertically and horizontally, that blue cross is there. So your eye is just like 1/2 millimeter outset from the center of the crosshair. So I'm going to put that dot right there in the center, which is your optical center. Those other 2 dots line up to tell me that it's in there straight and it's not off kilter. I'm going to hit that button and the arm's going to come down and place the block onto your right lens. We're going to do the same thing for the left. We're going to place it up on the platform. We're going to pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Marry that magnet to the one that's in there. Now your pupillary distance is 33 for the left eye, so it's a 1/2 millimeter smaller. We're going to bring that down to there, and we are dead center now inside that cross. So just like the crosshairs of a scope, I measure vertically and horizontally, and that is in there perfectly. I'm going to hit that button. The arm's going to come down and place the block onto the left lens. Now this is the edger. This is what costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out and buy their own. Then you can cut your own lenses at home and you won't need this guy anymore. So I'm going to take this lens and I'm going to put it, actually let me show you how this works. The actual cutting wheel is over here on the far right. It's going to act like a heavy grit sandpaper to grind away your lens material. And this wheel in the center with that little channel, that valley, that's what's going to cut the V-shaped bevel into the lens, so the lens stays inside the bevel of the frame. So let's go ahead and take your right lens and put it into the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I don't know the machine well enough, but the magnet's going to hold it in place. I'm going to take my stylus and wake up the computer. That is the shape of the lens we will be cutting. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, I would select that, but we're going to stay on polycarbonate because that is my medium of choice. I do not want to polish the edge of your lenses because they will never be seen anyway. I do not want to put a safety bevel on the front surface, the convex surface of the lens. I only want to put a bevel on the rear concave surface of the lens. And that concludes your vocabulary lesson of the day. So I'm hitting this green arrow, which is start in every language. The door closes, the clamp shuts, and then the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that the lens is large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's going around, tracing the shape of the right side of the frame. And the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once is measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. Now in just a moment the cutting wheel is spinning and it's going to move into place. Now if you see light flickering in the background, that is water. That is there to catch the optical sawdust as it flies off of the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic, high index plastic, and Trivex cut wet. Now for the last 20 seconds of the cutting cycle, you will see water sprayed onto the lens. So your lens has begun cutting. Now your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. It is virtually unbreakable. Your lenses are bulletproof up to 22 caliber and have both UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin from overexposure, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so you will have permanent sunscreen for your eyes. Unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that you have to reapply every time you go outside, this is permanent and will never need to be reapplied. Now the other, actually if you notice, your lens is completely flat, just like a nickel. If I were to take it out now, it would stand up on the counter. It is now just about to get the safety bevel applied to the lenses. Not the safety bevel, but to the V-shaped bevel. And again, it's just checking exactly and precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. So now it's dropping down and getting the V-shaped bevel. Now, this frame and lens sells for $299. and you're going to get 1 free pair of clear single vision lenses. You actually upgraded to the anti-glare coating, which is 3 features in one, and I will demonstrate those 3. The first feature is that it eliminates glare, particularly driving at night in the rain, but street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights, and the such. Now the second feature, it's an anti-reflection lens. This lens does not have the coating, your lens does. So when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses. They see just your eyes, so it makes for a much better eye contact. Plus the cosmetic value. If someone takes a picture with a flash, or if you take a selfie, you won't see the flash lit up in your lens. You'll see just your eyes. Now the third feature that I like, which is the practical side, is it comes with the industry's hardest scratch protection. It takes over 24 hours to vaporize 7 different coatings onto your lens. The machine that does it costs well over $1 million. So to protect their time and your investment, they give you a premium scratch coating to protect your lens. Now in just a moment, this door is going to open. I will open it with my mind, and I will take your lens out and see if it fits. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I can. It takes a couple hours, but I can do it. I just have to keep staring at it. So I'm going to run my thumbnail around the edge of your lens to get all the optical sawdust off. I'm going to tuck the lens in at the outside corner and press down. The lens pops right in. Let's go ahead and start cutting the left lens. I'm going to put the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby. Flip that over to L and hit start. Just like before, the door closes, the clamp shuts. And then it's going to trace the lens to make sure the left lens is large enough to fit into the frame. You can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the lens. And as always, measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. And of course, Valencia, you do not have a strong prescription, so you see no edge thickness there. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this block off, and while your lens is cutting, I'm going to inspect your right lens. We're going to come down here to my lensometer. I'm going to spin the axis wheel back to 145, the correct axis. I'm going to put your lens in over that red dot, and I'm going to read the spherical component of your prescription, which is 0. Now the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. It starts at 0, which we in the business call plano, which is the abbreviation for P-L-A-N-O. Some people in Texas call that a city, but I call that 0 power. Now you have 1 step of astigmatism correction. Now astigmatism is what makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. Think of it as the fine-tune knob. So I'm going to turn that fine-tune knob to 145. A straight line, which is the top of this card, is 0 to 180, with 90 being in the center, 180 over here, and 270 being at the very bottom. So let's check your astigmatism correction, and we're going to end up with -1/4. So that is your best eye. You only have 1 step of correction, total power. In fact, your prescription is completely astigmatic, meaning you have no spherical correction, and all of the correction is in the astigmatism. Now your left eye, you need 2 steps of magnification to make everything the correct size, and then you have to back it back down 2 steps for your astigmatism correction. Now these first 2 numbers are real values to be concerned with. This last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180. And these actually are about 90 degrees apart. We're going to turn that knob for your right eye past the 90 to about 145. For your left eye, we're only going to start at 0 and turn that knob to 45. So again, you need 2 steps of magnification in your right eye and 2 steps of astigmatism correction. So we're going to end up with a total power of 0, because if you have 2 quarters and someone borrows 50 cents, you're going to end up with 0, which again is plano. So let's go ahead and take your left lens out and make sure that it fits perfectly. Where is your frame? Where is your frame? I'm going to take it out and dry the lens off. We're going to take the lens, we're going to pop it into the left side of the frame and press down. It snaps right in. We're going to take this block off. We're going to come back down here to the lensometer, spin the fine-tune knob to 46. Come on, 46, where are you hiding at? 46. We're going to put the left lens in just above that red dot to measure at your pupillary distance, and we are getting plus 50 exactly in the black. 50 in the black. Between black and red, this is like that game out in Vegas. roulette, that's what it's called. So plus 50, exactly halfway between 0 and 1. We're going to check your astigmatism correction, and we're going to end up with a final power of 0. So that is made perfectly. Now your pupillary distance, 33.5 in your right eye, 33 in your left, for a total of 66.5. I'm going to turn the card over, place the 0 against my thumb on your right lens, and then when we measure against the left lens, we're getting exactly 66.5, exactly halfway between 66 and 67. So that is cut perfectly. Now this is the point in every video that I mentioned that when you get these in the mail, and of course free shipping anywhere in the US, but Valencia, when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That is because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and I am no exception. I am part of that 80%, and I'll show you in just a moment. But for now, I'm going to get these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, let me take my Gucci's off and set them pressed down. They wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. Now, for those of you keeping score at home, I am wearing the Gucci 2248 in color 4VD, because I like to joke that if you're not 4VD, you're against it. So, let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing. Now, there's a little smudge on there. Of course, you're going to get one of my premium microfiber cleaning cloths, and I always like to field test every one before I send them to you to make sure it works. And that's how I clean lenses. I just rub them in a circular motion. Now, I also include cleaning instructions, not only how to care for your frames and lenses for years, but how to care for your Italian leather Gucci case and Gucci cleaning cloth, so that too will last you for years. And in fact, let me show you all the accoutrements that you'll be getting. This is the Gucci bag, made in Firenze, which is the Italian for Florence, which is the city I honeymooned in. Hey, honey. And they were founded in 1929, and of course it has the Gucci chain. That is their logo. And of course you actually get that onto the lens. Where's my flashlight? You actually get the Gucci chain emblem on the inside of there. Can it be seen better on the black frame? Yeah, there we go. You can see the Gucci chain there, the crisscross chain. And of course the same thing on the tortoise with the gold bling, and you got the black with the silver bling, and you're getting the gold with the bling on this one too. But so you get the Gucci bag. Now this is your Gucci case, your Gucci cleaning cloth. You get the card of authenticity with that same chain pattern. When you take this out, you can register your product with Gucci should you like. And let me put all that back in there for you. Now, your case has the Gucci chain as well. And it stores, it looks like it's been run over by a truck, but it stores flap so you can carry in a clutch purse or your pocket, but when you want to use it, it unsnaps, it folds out, it opens up, and then you can put your glasses in there for storage when you're not using them. Like if you wanted to buy a pair of Gucci sunglasses, you would store your clear glasses in there while you're wearing that. And when you want to wear these again, you take them out, push down the sides, and then it'll store flat. And I don't know if this case can be shown, but you also have that Gucci chain on the inside of the soft felt. So everyone gets one of those. So again, this frame comes in about 5 colors. I have 3 of them here. The LB7, which is the tortoise and the cream temples. It also comes with the tortoise and gold, which is very nice, which is a French way of saying an Italian phrase. And of course the black and the silver. And that is it. If anyone has any questions, you can always reach me through the contact me button on the website, or email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. Valencia, I hope you enjoyed watching as I cut prescription lenses for your, with anti-glare, for your Gucci 3559 color L7B in the 53 eye size. And everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.